Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to The Walking Dead Dead City. This is Season 3, Episode 5, and not only have I been enjoying the direction that our characters went last episode, I have been enjoying the entire ride this season. Big shout out to everybody involved. Let's see what they have for us for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I've been loving the pace of this season. You know, came in a little hesitant, I guess you could say. What sort of stuff are they going to bring us? But the character development, the storylines, everything. Last episode, been loving all of it.
Yeah, I'm real curious to see if Negan will take the deal and what is going to happen with that sinkhole. That was a pretty big ending right there. Let's go!
How much did we lose?
I am curious to see if the whole thing caved in, like the whole thing, or...
The rationing will only have to last a few months.
Oh, there's our answer.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
With Mason Diller's guidance, we are creating a giant vertical food chain. Now, yes, it will take
We
time.
did say that was going to come into play later.
Yep.
What do you get, huh?
I emptied out my entire kitchen and donated everything to the effort. I don't plan on taking any rations.
This is nobody's fault. Nobody asked for it.
Nobody is going
Keep going to him.
starve. We can do this.
Fuck that! Give me my
Wow!
Oh, realistic.
Taking some decent chances now with that word.
Yeah.
Stealing a whole can of pinto beans and then tried to blame me for it.
Bosoms. No, that's funny.
You don't know what they've lost.
We'll quadruple security before we give out next week's rations.
They don't all kill each other before then.
Yeah, handing out rations is tough.
We don't turn this around quickly, this is all gonna fall apart. We need to get them more food.
Don't have any more. Not if I want to push through until the harvest.
Well, we need to do something.
Well, how far have they pushed up beyond the city limits is what I'm curious about.
We can give them electricity around the clock. But to do that, we got to keep the tanks full.
Oh, we need walkers.
You can build pens in the subway tunnels, line them with turnstiles so the walkers can get in. We need a lot of walkers in a contained space.
It just seems a little manipulative.
I don't know. If it keeps the peace, I think I'd call it good leadership.
Oh,
There must be hundreds of walkers in here. How are we gonna do this?
Well, we're going to need help.
Is it worth losing people?
Look, we get the right kind of people.
well,
Well,
We're not going to lose anyone.
Oh.
yummy.
We'll have
It's
to
like-
watch out for that.
Yeah,
like
just a little bit.
It was like the department store in Season 1, but reversed, where the walkers are trying to get it out instead of in.
That's true.
Now
good call.
it's raining.
Raining
Walkers,
walkers.
folks.
Well, I'm glad they reaffirmed how by
Yeah.
showing the building and how there's gaps in the building or walls that are missing essentially. So if they're on that floor, whoop, there they go.
Yeah. And to some of you folks out there who maybe thought bringing all these people in wasn't a great idea with the food and everything, one little accident, one little sinkhole just throws a monkey wrench into the whole thing.
One bad day away.
Yep.
Keep the food on ground level
Yeah.
in a single floor, single building.
I see where you're going with this.
I know that's hard in New York, but
Hey, if it is corpses you are looking for, just give me a list of names.
No.
How many would you like?
how many?
Are you looking to us to bail you out? He already got you hooked up with a starter pack of turkeys. That is a very spunky ass.
Gobble, gobble.
Well, maybe Maggie can make you a tuna casserole as payment.
Some payment. That's not what he's looking for, but I see where she was going with the Dharma.
You know, I did hear that her tuna casserole is to die for.
What a good comeback.
Yep.
We need them strong, but nimble enough that they have each other's backs.
You could offer them first dibs. Just first dibs on whatever it is we find in there. It's called scavenger's rights. Like in Beyond the Poseidon Adventure.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Incentive.
What you find,
And
you keep.
show them respect. Otherwise, they won't respect you.
Don't worry about that.
And we need Kelsey.
Kelsey B. Word is they named her Killer Kelsey because she used to volunteer for hanging duty.
Oh, I like how they're doing this.
What about Reverend Anthony? He did tell me he has a close personal relationship with God, so that might come in handy. Backdraft Benny, my man.
Ex-FDN.
There we
Oh.
go. Firefighter in the house. There we go.
We gotta have Meesing. She knows how to handle herself.
The cook?
The chef.
Just fucking going nuts with the cleavers.
What about
Yes, chef.
the bear?
That's his name, the bear.
Look at this guy.
Oh, come on, you guys. That man only cares about two things.
Oh!
himself and his-
That was his former occupation.
Hold off on Redimer, please. I'm going to ask Fabian.
I love how they introduced
That-
our characters.
That segment was great. That felt like out of a movie, too. Bravo.
This guy.
When I was pulling together, I want to help. And with all of you gone, I'm happy to pull double guard duty in the armory.
Nope.
Okay.
I bet
No.
you are.
Get him out.
He's going to clean out the armory and sell to the highest bidder.
Fucking grease ball. You can tell already.
You do not have to do this.
I designed it. I'm going up there.
Listen up. We got a lot of work to do.
One false move and somebody's getting bit. Key is the diversion.
It does remind me of pro
And
wrestling a little bit.
if you
Stand with your
hear
gimmick.
Yes.
Make sure the camera sees
Please
it.
find cover ASAP.
Everybody, please give Miss Maggie a big thank you. A good plan, and good plans are important. Take it from me. I have been on the shit side of some deviously good plans, but there is one thing.
You sure have. Just ask Rick Grimes.
Yep.
Balls. See, I am not talking about the balls that live inside your dick sack. No, I am talking about the balls that live here in your heart.
Balls that live in your heart.
The courage to get shit done. Me and God, we have one thing in common. We despise cowards.
You got no guts.
You got no guts. What a speech. What a speech.
Guessing this isn't your first suicide mission. Hey, that Renata's pretty impressive, huh? She ever ask about me?
She seeing anybody?
She ever asked about me?
Look at Maggie's look.
Just zero. Has there ever been any inclination
our guy.
that she would be asking about him? She ever asked?
So do we think the firefighter's going to make it out of this one?
The firefighter.
How about our
better make it.
actor?
Our firefighter better make it. Got to represent. Like, can we just take off the overalls? That alone is like some serious weight.
Got all of our buckets.
Their buckets.
Don't kill any of them unless absolutely necessary.
Oh boy, here we go.
You know, they could just have ramps and put like a boombox in the radio like they did in earlier seasons of The Walking Dead and just have them walk in.
There's definitely multiple options for sure.
Ugh.
Good thing the smell doesn't get anybody, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
You wonder if at what point would you almost just become numb to it?
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point. Your body just...
I mean, even like 1,000 years ago, think about, you know, when people were bathing maybe once a week or less, like, the general just smell.
Oh, wow. Okay, from the shot they were showing
I didn't know where that rope was going.
Yeah, it didn't look like it had enough,
No.
but it did.
Benny, pull it tight.
Oh, fucking hell.
That little, okay, well.
She's got this.
Fuck that, dude.
Oh, good thing we don't have any variants.
Pull him away from the door. Okay, we have a couple looking. How come they're not making any moves? See, like there's 3 of them looking at him right there. This is how they're doing it?
Yep, just grabbing them one at a time.
Dropping rats.
Guys, we're 16 years into this shit. I'm supposed to believe this is going to go as planned?
This is going way too easy.
They're not even trying to take out people. Look at this. They're
Put it on. Let's go.
Okay.
We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
How many flares we got? Oh, starting to smile. It's when shit's gonna start going south.
That piece of metal that she's attached to in that door is gonna start to come out.
Yep.
Nope.
No. Start moving.
Oh my God,
Throw your legs up.
Open the gates.
You open the gates, we all die.
He's gonna get her killed.
Get your legs up on the rope.
Try to break free. It's funny how the walkers are now. Oh, human above us. We want those. We want her, but we don't want the people that are slowly taking. Interesting.
Piece of cake.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, a first in the Walking Dead universe.
That's a good thing.
Everything went good.
For the most part. I am glad they broke the norm on that, though, a little bit. They had to bend a little bit of the Walker rules.
You're gonna write down this day on the calendar, the day it shit went right.
Yeah, everything checks out. You have a healthy baby girlie, but
Thank you, Uncle.
Must be thinking about his wife.
Yeah.
I lost my wife. All this happened. Couldn't say goodbye. Something your mom said to me helped with that, but it feels like my soul is really gone.
I lost someone too. I never even got to meet him, but it still feels like I lost him.
We all lost him.
We all lost Glenn.
Mom used to tell me stories about him, and she doesn't know, but I still think about him every day.
She might actually enjoy talking about him.
The memories.
Mm-hmm.
She's not gone because you remember her, and I don't think my dad's gone either. I mean, they are, but
not here.
Here's to a successful mission.
Dillweed must be having fun with this one. I wonder if this is where he makes his move.
Yeah, he's like real people.
I wonder if this will cause some big shift with him interacting with people more than he has in his past.
Oh, maybe him and Renata can go for a nice walk or something. Check out the sights.
You two should take that act on the road.
Great work today.
So the best of the best.
Dillard.
Oh, he's distracted.
Dude, sorry. What do you call this? The Red Squad. And so what if we call ourselves the Dead Squad?
Here's to Dillard and the Dead Squad.
Kind of reminds me of Starship Troopers a little bit.
Where's your little friends? They too good for us?
They're not too good for anybody.
The real party's this way.
Wait. Okay.
Oh, no. No.
This is my happy place. Of course, we got cock and spiel. Titty cock. Oh, no, my man.
Why are you keeping them down here?
I didn't want to kill the vibe. You know,
The earth belongs to the freaks.
I thought that was going to end bad.
They keep teasing us like it will, but I think we'll be okay.
Where does he get this?
Nasty
It's
Negan.
possible that I reappropriated some potatoes from the store.
We saw him working on stuff earlier.
Before the whole famine thing.
It's a good thing they're both a little tipsy.
Thank you. Today.
It's still just after everything. I just have a hard time with it, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Being proud of something that you did is not the same as being proud.
Oh, no. I feel like I have been falling for a very long time.
Renata told me that she offered you a place with us. How come you turned it down?
Because Renata ain't you.
Yeah, he doesn't like her leadership.
It is starting to feel like home. But the thing is, it should be you that is in charge of this circus, and I know that you know I'm right.
Well, I go blind if I drink this.
It's a great question, actually.
Oh.
Negan?
I want to be in the moment.
Well, they gave us that
fair.
scene with Herschel for a reason.
I'm shocked. I'm in shock.
This is what you used to be like where all the shit went down. I think that we would have been friends in another life.
Oh.
Hear yourself.
I did say another life.
Did say it.
Did say it.
Oh man, this is giving me all sorts of weird.
I think that's kind of what they're aiming for.
The intention.
Because Maggie accepted everything just to move on, which it's been the highlight of this whole season, but still for us viewers.
Oh, is this where this episode goes south?
Well, we got our guy guarding the armory.
No.
She's hearing everybody be normal.
Yeah.
As normal as can be. Oh, this guy.
I'm telling you.
Good guys won. You've had a long shift. Let's get you home.
Has there ever been a bad guy setup more obvious than this?
Acting like you want to come inside.
I do. I want to come inside to take back the food you stole.
Oh.
Did you plant those plastic bags this morning or this afternoon? What if there was a breach in the wall when you were bringing the food down here? I know that you tell your children stealing is wrong.
I did it for them.
He just admitted it right there. Mission.
Family.
If it wasn't for me, that food wouldn't even be there.
If it wasn't for Negan, you would be dead. We live in a society, Fabian.
Mom.
If we cooperate, if we ration, the crops will come in. If you want your family to be here to share in the harvest, then you have to accept the consequences of your actions.
I voted no to come down here. Then Maggie got into my wife's ear and turned my own family against me. Renana. She's poisoned.
Oh, boy.
Go get me the food, and we will talk consequences in the morning. Start making better decisions, and you won't have to see a jail cell.
It's almost like she's yelling at her kid.
That's what it feels like. He basically just got a slap on the hand.
We're going to talk consequences.
This
tomorrow.
is the example I think they're trying to show us of why Negan
Feels
doesn't
the way he
trust
does.
her leadership. And I'm not saying he has to die here, but
Ooh,
this is literally
geez,
a
he
slap
took-
on the hand for that amount of food.
Yeah, that's
He took a lot.
You all probably already heard. I'm a thief. I stole food.
She made him come out and say it.
And I know it was wrong.
Wife and kids.
Oh, just the look of disappointment.
I guess I'd like to try to earn your trust back.
Pass. Do your thing, but no more working around the area.
Better this than a hanging.
I'd prefer neither, but I got a feeling that they won't have to worry about this for too much longer.
Oh, we investigating the sinkhole or the turnstiles? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
Mari
kind
just
of like
finished it this
our
morning. Looks like we got about a dozen of them already.
that's like our semi-truck trap kind of.
It's impressive.
So Muddy is good at what she does.
Fabian wouldn't have done what he did if we had enough of what we need. He was scared, and I get it. But now we've got a solution to at least half the problem.
Yesterday's haul should keep the lights on for a
wow,
while.
showing Walker kids.
About Negan. He's valuable and capable.
He is not who you think he is.
I think he is a dangerous, paranoid, traumatized man who doesn't want to grow up. Maggie, what happens when he doesn't want to play nice anymore?
Meet him on his turf. You want him to earn your trust, you got to earn his.
Maggie's known
Right
him
there.
a lot longer than you.
Yep.
They've been through some stuff and things.
Just a little bit.
Oh, we still got spray paint.
That you were studying.
I want to show you something.
Oh, season 2 Herschel, it would have been a trap.
What are you, son? You did this?
I wanted to surprise you.
I mean, we have seen him in prior seasons
Yeah,
draw.
with his art, yeah.
Yep.
Yvette had an old photo.
It's more than okay.
Good work.
Oh,
Amazing.
Very impressive.
It's like Mason Quinn throwing
oh
darts.
he really
Just launch it like a
boy.
came
football.
back on that one.
I think it's gonna be a funeral.
Who's the lucky corpse?
Depends. How many people fit in a coffin?
What?
He's after some vengeance.
What's got you so down?
I would have stayed at the Bricks. We all should have stayed. We had it good, man.
I don't know, man. That's not what I heard.
That wasn't perfect, but hell, this is. But then Maggie.
Gosh.
Dear old sweet Maggie.
And she fucked it all up.
She. By the way, he's talking to the wrong person about Maggie.
That's what kind of has me
I'll tell you this.
wondering his
I know
plan.
Maggie has feelings, but don't be shitting in the sink on this, pal. You know, Renata
in the
is the
sink.
one making you do the whole song and dance.
No, Renana's a symptom. Maggie's a disease.
He doesn't know their
Get this
relationship.
dude off my screen.
I am happy be that
He's gonna lean in and take his piece.
same way I do. I mean, she literally stuck me like a pig.
That Maggie's one hell of a fucking.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you're right, Dave. You took the piece.
You are the shit that a dog shits out after he eats his own goddamn shit.
Negan. Negan, put the gun down.
This asshat wants to kill Maggie. And by the way, you too.
Fabian, is that true?
No, bullshit.
Why would he say yes?
This is not a joke.
No, you are the joke. The Croat, he was a goddamn lunatic, but he was right about one thing. You and your people, soft as kitten shit.
We do not kill.
Oh, hell! Oh, and he got the walker.
Dude, Dillard's gonna be pissed.
You are coming with me, Negan.
You are out of your natural mind. I will put down any soul who even thinks about locking me in a cage
Again.
You are a pathetic, broken man.
Who has nothing to lose.
Yeah, right?
Coming back with people and guns, and you will come with us.
He's been waiting to have this.
Yeah.
Hey, kid and shit.
Bring your army.
Wow.
The captions. Titicaca snarling. Like they had
to put that in there.
Just said Walker snarling. We gotta name
got a
him.
name.
Dude, the writers in season 2 would never have done this. Bravo.
Yep.
Bravo, season 3 writers and showrunner. That I'm worried about, though.
With Dillard.
Dillard?
Well, he seemed to be adjusting to real people, okay? You know, a little
No,
collateral
but he's still
damage.
very protective of those two. Wow, they made sure they didn't show shit on that one,
Yeah,
huh?
no spoiler. Well, they did have some spoilers, but nothing that folks who follow the show wouldn't already know. So, yeah, to your point. But, Negan letting it
Start
rip.
there. Let's start right here.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, I think all three of us at this table thought Fabian wasn't long for this world, the way things were going, and they really teed him up to make it easy. So I'm not surprised that I am surprised that they did it, but I'm not shocked that it was Negan, the one who did it in the way that he did, because, I mean, if Renata was right there. He was ready to deliver Fabian the bad news. And what got me was, because there's a couple things in this episode that threw me a little bit, and I know we'll get to it. But with this one, I would have to remember exactly how kind of compartmentalized, I guess, Fabian was, that he wouldn't know that Negan and Maggie have a relationship of some kind. Now, Negan's been on the outside of the whole operation, everything Renata's doing. So I guess it makes sense that way that he wouldn't know. But as the viewer, I was just like, at first, I'm like, don't you know who you're talking to here? But I had to remind myself that Negan hasn't been really in their compound hanging out with them. So that's why they wouldn't know.
Yeah, so to help you out on that, from what we've seen, Negan really hasn't been around Maggie when he's been around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in that episode, what was the last one or whatever it was, when they were guiding the walkers, it was just Negan, Fabian, and Herschel.
Yep, down in the boilers.
Yeah, and the only time they really got Maggie and Negan was at the end of last episode when the sinkhole thing happened. But that's still, probably to Fabian's character, not enough to be like, oh, yeah, they might be best friends.
They've known each other for 15 years or however long it is. But you called it out, Diamond Dave. I'm glad that the writer and the showrunners, I'm glad they took this chance, and I'm glad they did this, because how many times would we've seen it where, Negan would tee it up and he wouldn't do it, and then they would come back and it would be a whole thing. Oh, he threatened this guy and they were going to do whatever. Now what do we do with them? Now the battle is really on, and Negan said, hey, bring your army. So I really like the chances they took, not just with this episode and with this scene, but with everything they've done so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when those two were sitting there, I didn't expect Negan to take him out, honestly. I thought this was going to be a situation where he's going to be like, you ever think of using that piece that you got there on your hip, and you're going to deal with me, and like let him know his relationship with Maggie, or whatever we want to call it, and just say, just fucking go back to your family and your apartment and stay in fucking line, That's what I thought was going to happen with these two. A stern warning, a stern don't ever fucking, don't speak her name, keep her name out of your mouth type thing. Not certainly this, and then when Renata walks in, like I'm waiting for Negan to be like, go ahead, tell her what you told me. Tell her, why don't you repeat for the whole class
exactly
what you just told me, like that. And then he has to be like, I don't like Maggie and blah, blah, blah. And why don't you show him what you're carrying? And how am I supposed to think? Like, I thought we would have gotten more dialogue and more kind of, breaking down this situation and exactly, what he had in mind. And if he was actually going to take action on, everything with Maggie, or if like, hey, wife's not happy with me. Kids aren't looking at me real nice right now. But like Negan said, Negan tried telling him, hey, it's going to be over in a week. And the guy like kept going.
Yeah, he wouldn't stop.
So, but everything that happened in this conversation, he never came directly out and was like, I'm going to take out Maggie.
He kept alluding to,
like her being the problem.
But remember, he started off like, how many people fit in a coffin?
So. But it's, I don't know if it was literal language, but at any rate, it was aggressive. And now it's like things were going so good with Negan, and now what choice does Renata have?
Well, we got a little bit of the. It was a little bit of a mix of the old Negan and the new Negan in this episode, I thought, and this was definitely old Negan, just taking a guy out.
Yeah, just pops him right in front of her in the bar. But like you said, what choice does she have? They have to have some sort of laws. And it's like, well, he came into the bar, said some stuff about Negan or about Maggie. And so you popped him. There's no way he talks his way out of this or justifies what he did.
Right in front of her.
Yeah.
Or literally right in front of her, especially when Fabian was like, no, he's lying. I didn't say that, and it's like,
did you guys think maybe Negan was going to pop Renata too?
No.
I did for half. I was like 50-50. I was waiting for him to maybe take her out too. Because I thought in the first episode of the season, I thought both her and Louise were not going to make it out of the episode. But I was proved wrong.
He could have played it up since there's nobody in there. I don't know if they got cameras in the bar.
I don't think there's cameras in the
He could have played it up as in, she walked in, Fabian pops her because she's the one who made him go in front of the class and tell him what he did wrong, and then he in turn pops Fabian. So he could have done the big setup.
It was Fabian's weapon.
So and then
it's
in the
not
last,
like they have fingerprints.
Well, I'm assuming that they would know. Kind of like how the way Daryl, this is Carol's knife. That sort of thing.
That's what I mean. Like you can't. I'm assuming at this point in time, there's no like. Fingerprint analysis going on, and we really need to pin down.
They're not going to be pulling any bullets out of anybody's skull and running ballistic.
It's Negan's word.
Running ballistic testing. So it would have been his word, but given what just happened with Fabian having to, and Maggie even said, "Hey, I don't know if this is the way to go about doing it." He would have had motive to take out Renata just as much as Maggie. Given the situation, you'd think he could direct his anger at Renata more than Maggie. But yeah, we definitely got old Negan in the whole bring your army. What's he gonna do though?
So same with you, Quinn. I'm not surprised he did it, or I'm not shocked he did it, but surprised that the writers did do it, which is great. So I'm happy that they did that. I'm really intrigued now because now it's finally like officially out there that he does not care for Renata and her leadership.
Yeah, he called that out.
And that was prime example. I like how the writers did that here to show us like, hey, look how much he took, and it's just a little go tell people, all right, behave. Now I'm not saying that was needed for an execution of death there. But I'm sure multiple folks would agree that something a little steeper probably should have happened than just that, because he's made it clear that he's going to keep doing something, especially coming into the bar. Now, one, he was hurt and probably saying that stuff, but you don't just go around normally saying, "Oh, how many does a coffin have?" Right? So,
well, how would Rick Grimes have handled it back in Alexandria?
Rick Grimes. Well,
Rick,
it depends. Season 5, Rick, he would have been right here, just like Negan did it. No questions asked. Season 9, where he was saying people are an asset, just kind of like Negan. Remember, he sent that one dude away that was causing a lot of grief in the first couple episodes, and then we saw Oceanside come take him out. But so it depends on which Rick we were going to get there. So really appreciate the writers doing what they did here. The attitude of Renata at the end there. I'm just going to come back with more people and more guns. Negan calling her out on that too. I'm really curious to see how that's going to play out now moving forward, and how Maggie is going to play what I'm going to assume right now, Peacemaker, to get us to the next couple episodes, or
she's have to make a choice.
Maybe she'll have to make a choice, and she ends up saving Negan and takes out Renata. So I'm wondering if that will happen at some point, because she's going to probably have to make a choice, potentially. That's just my prediction here early on that.
Well, and speaking of Negan and Maggie, boy, that scene at the bar, I kind of share your sentiment, Oak, as well. I felt kind of uncomfortable with that whole scene.
Super uncomfortable.
Especially because Herschel was just talking about Glenn, not in the scene directly before it, but I think it was 2 scenes before, when he was talking with Luis and everything about the painting. And then we get this scene with Negan and Maggie, and because Herschel left out kind of an interesting part of the story as to what happened to Glenn. And here's the guy that happened to Glenn sitting right here. And all these years later, him and Maggie are, having a laugh over a drink. I dare say being a little bit flirtatious, I think. I don't think I'm over the line in saying that, but that's kind of what I got. But Oak, I have been known from time to time to misread romantic signals.
Look,
sometimes.
it was definitely,
said Sister Margaret.
It was
so
definitely, it was definitely alcohol friendly,
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
I think, kind of, hey, let's rib each other here and have a little bit of fun with this conversation. I didn't really necessarily get flirting, but regardless of the whether that was it or not, it was still friendly enough to make me feel super uncomfortable. And I mean, really uncomfortable in a very unique way. Like, we've been doing this whole reaction thing for a minute here on the channel, and I gotta be honest, like, this made me feel weird in a way that I don't know that any other show has done. And I think that's for a couple reasons. One,
that is fair to feel that way.
One, I've been watching this show, I think I joined in maybe I want to say a year or something after it started. And ironically, I was on, it's the weirdest thing that I vaguely remember it. I was on a date. And we were, not on a date, but I was with a girl I was dating. We were at her house, and I remember watching the first episode when Rick was riding on the horse, and it was like, oh, it's a zombie show. Like, pass, and I wasn't about it. And then maybe a year or two later, I joined in. So, at any rate, I mean, I've been watching, I think, since maybe 2011 or 12. Like, I didn't jump in right away, but shortly thereafter. Folks, I've got 15 years of my life in this show, basically. Y'all got to understand, it's a third of my life. When you want to put it in those terms,
a lot of us.
A third of my entire time on this earth, I've been watching Walking Dead and going on this journey with Maggie. And the obviously the scene with Glenn, still one of the most powerful scenes of The Walking Dead, and I would argue like one of the most powerful scenes in all the television that I've watched, period, going back my whole life. And so to see these two, to see them working side by side is one thing. It's a survival thing, right? We hate each other, but we have to work alongside each other to survive. And then it even goes into, maybe a different relationship, like, hey, this is going to be a working relationship. You have your purpose, I have my purpose. We're going to be in the same space. Let's make this work. This was different. This was so different, and I felt so uncomfortable. Again,
she touched his face
in a way where I don't even know how to explain my level of what kind of uncomfortable it is right now, because I think I would like, it's such a like a cliche, like shitty, weird term, but I think I don't know what else to say. I think I would get the ick if they were like, that's all I got right now, folks, is I think I would get the ick if they like leaned into an obvious flirtatious, like even if there's too much alcohol involved, I would just be like, oh no, well, let's not go there. Yeah. And I don't think they will. I think what they did is they gave us this Negan, a totally different Negan than we've seen before. And even throughout the old cliche, and we could have been friends in a different lifetime. You know, how many movies and TV shows we could have been brothers in a different lifetime.
Well, real quick here too with this bar scene, it's fair for anyone to feel that way. A little unsettling, but again, it's one of those things that we push forward because Maggie has accepted everything. Now, she doesn't have to love it, like it, or whatever, but she's accepted the past is the past. We're moving forward now. But yeah, it's different still to see the dynamics now of the new relationship. I think for everybody involved, it's going to take a minute for the new relationship to take place. I don't think it ever will, because even just now you have, at least for me, have the images of she's a vampire bat right over Glenn, right? So I get it though. We got to move on through the story, but it doesn't mean that us, the audience, shouldn't have these feelings. Well, right. But we're still taking a ride. Very interesting though. I'm glad they are taking this journey here, because we're getting a different side of Negan now. I mean, we're years removed. We have seen tremendous growth, I guess you could say, so far, and Maggie showing how strong of a person she is to do what she did this season, to be in this spot, to talk to Negan like that. So.
Yeah. Well, and again, very purposeful the way the whole episode was set up. They wanted the audience to remember Glenn, and then they wanted to hit you with this scene. So it's very intentional the way they set it up.
Yeah.
The other scene that I had some fun with was the whole let's lure the walkers out of the department store or the high rise, and how they're gonna get all that to work. I think while it was happening, we all kind of had our own little that's interesting how that's working out type of look. And I like the way they did it. It was interesting. I think we do have to accept, because we have seen the walkers, they do act different. We had the one where there was some vines in a tunnel that were holding one walker back when Negan set that guy up to get taken out. So they do act a little bit different. But that being said,
well, look right
they
here.
were all right there looking at him.
Yeah, right now their hands are up for her on the high wire. They're literally looking at Negan and Maggie and some of the other crew, and they just casually walk to it. Now, I'm not a fan of what they did, but I'm accepting it, because there's going to be some folks, well, Dave, it's X amount of years and whatever other things are going to come my way. But I still don't accept that, because right now they're picky and choosy with how the walkers kind of act, regardless of how many years or not we are into the process here. But I see what they had to do to get us from A to B. I think it's just going to be up to you, the audience, as well, to be like, didn't like it, but moving on, or yep, it was cool, it was something different. I get what they're doing.
It's tricky too, because you have the walkers. What if this walker's fresh? What if this walker's old? They're going to act differently, and that's kind of the thing.
That's I think what they have to lean on. Because look, because the thing is, man, you got to remember, it used to be like you
remember
were
Shane and Otis?
Anywhere near a walker, and they were just bitey.
Yeah, that was the first few weeks.
Rabid, rabid. And now they're just kind of standing around. Oh, here's people. Hey, come on this way. All right, sure, we'll come with you. Like right now, for example, just the scene we have at pause. The one that she's got the hook on the back should be looking at her, trying to bite her. It would never, the old walkers would never have just grab a hook and go. They would have turned at you and lunged. And once one's lunging at you, the next, the one straight in front of her, the one to her left, they all would have been, chomping and scraping. But you do bring up a good point. And Matt, who knows how long these walkers have all been inside this building. I think it's probably safe to assume, with the number that are in there, and the nature of the type of building it is and the shape that the building's in, one could probably assume they've been in there since it started. So
Yeah,
you're
it's close
talking,
to it,
a decade and a half. So whatever level of, tissue degeneration or
And there's that too, yeah.
aggression, whatever that's going to happen over the course of 15 years, if we're all working in, actual timelines from when the show started to where we are in modern times. Have they ever addressed that? Like what year it is now? Like whether they're working in
I think
like
there's
kind of
I think there's some stuff
parallel
online.
timelines.
Yeah.
Something. I know the Dead City was just a little bit of ahead
Yeah, they're supposed
of
to be
where
further.
we
Well,
ended in the series finale.
Well, they would
because they were
almost-
playing the timelines of here's Dead City, here's Daryl.
Yep, and then
so
Rick
it
and
was just
Michonne.
kind of, and then Rick and Michonne's kind of in here somewhere.
Well,
so.
they actually, you know what? Now thinking of it, with Herschel, they kind of have to, because
'cause
clearly,
Herschel
if
grew up.
anything, it's more advanced here. Because Herschel is, how old is he here? 16, 17, 18?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
remember.
I do know Walking or Dead City is supposed to be the furthest advanced.
Yeah,
of the shows.
yeah. So I guess I kind of just answered my own question. Like, if Glenn got taken out in season 5, which was 2014, 14 or 15, and yep, the timeline seems like they would advance it over actual calendar. But at any rate, I'm just trying to say that they could be less aggressive because of the fact they've been in that building for so long, and maybe just that same room, basically.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not
just 20
exposed
years of just
to
in
any-
one
there's
room.
no stimulus and there, nothing to get them fired up. But I was surprised to see our lady going across on the rope, that actually worked. I had my doubts when they just put it around that decorative framing on that door. I kind of had the laugh that that's a job that Oak and I wouldn't be the first choice for. But
hard pass.
It did work out, and I liked how we actually had a mission succeed. And I almost think it was like the writers kind of winking at the audience, being like, hey, it worked out this time, huh? How about that?
That's good though, because we've been used to a lot of things not happening. So bravo
Mm-hmm.
for actually making some stuff work.
Yep.
A rare successful mission.
It was a fun ride, folks. And now it looks like we're going to be getting into maybe an alternate timeline / universe. So, hey, I'm here for it. So for Diamond Dave Damone, that's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This was Bad Medicine. That was Dead City. We will see you back right here for the next one.